I recently caught up with some friends and the topic of New Year's resolutions came up. We were checking in with one another. We just finished January 22, we've started February, and so we're checking in on each other's progress. Well, as to be expected, some of us are totally crushing our goals. Some of us struggling a little bit. And so if that sounds like you, maybe you've gone off path, you got busy, you got demotivated, whatever happened, I have some good news. Monday is just around the corner. I bet that's not what you were expecting. You're like, yeah, I know, Lindsay, Monday's around the corner and I hate it. But no, it's great. It's actually great news. Monday is a new beginning. And this advice comes from Daniel Pink's book, Win. And by the way, if you haven't read his book, I highly recommend it, and really anything by Daniel Pink, but Win is on my top 10 list of all time, and I go back to it year after year. It's that good. So in this context, new beginnings, Daniel Pink advises to start right, start again, and start together. So maybe you try to start right on January 1, which is a big day for New Year's resolutions, new year, new you. But maybe it didn't go so well, and maybe February 1st has just flown right by you. Well, Monday's coming up, and you don't have to wait until March 1st, or next season, next quarter, next year. Your new beginning can start at the new first day of the week, on Monday, fresh start. And that's so important because that is a demarcation in time. And the same concept applies to birthdays and anniversaries and other significant events for you. But what's important is that mentally you can close one chapter in your life and start the next one. So Monday marks the new beginning. You can start again with your goal, whatever it happens to be. And when you do that, consider starting together, which also comes from Win in Daniel Pink's book. When you start together, you have a higher rate of success because you have that accountability. You're motivated to work together. You can commiserate and celebrate together. And I appreciated this last year. I was seeking certification. I did it with some of my friends, and just knowing that they were doing it with me was highly motivating. And I also didn't want to disappoint them. They were my accountability partners. It's one thing, right, to disappoint myself. I'm not going to disappoint my friends. I can't let them down. And so that really helped me see to the end of my goal. And this could be anyone. Maybe it's your whole team. Maybe it's a group of people, or maybe it's just one person. But doing it together increases your chances of success. And while you're at it, ask questions instead of making statements. Now, this isn't in the book, but this does come from Daniel Pink. I just happened to come across a recent post from him about goal setting. And I thought, wow, it's so smart. And so he advises to ask questions as in, am I gonna work out this year? Heck yeah, I'm gonna work out this year. And that's so much more motivating than, well, I'm gonna get healthy this year. I'm gonna start working out this year. Because then you start to ask questions about future behaviors. And by doing that, you're making decisions about future behaviors. So last year, am I gonna get certified this year? Yes. And I happen to do it together with some friends. And I happen to do it in a new quarter of that year. And so just remember, start again, start together, and ask questions, and that will help you achieve your goals no matter where you are in the process. And of course, if you have any other words of wisdom to share about goal setting, I would love to hear from you. So please drop your comments down below. Thanks, y'all.